Hello, and a very warm welcome to you, dear radiant woman. I am Helga, and I'm very happy that you're joining today's session with me. We are gonna take our time today on the yoga mat. Just feel our bodies and get a little bit out of the head if you've had a long day, if you've had irritation, if you've had just a lot of thoughts and sort of feelings, then we're gonna just leave that a little bit to the side together and be more present in the now, in the body, and cultivate a sense of wellness. So you're only going to need your yoga mat today. If you do have a pillow at home, a folded blanket, or basically a yoga brick like this, feel free to just have it nearby. And if you want to have a drink or just anything, little oils like I do, you can make your space a little bit sacred and cozy. I'm also keeping my socks on today, so it's going to be a gentle session. So starting with our first position, seated here, cross-legged. You can sit on your yoga brick, or if you had a pillow or a blanket, if you feel like to be more elevated. And then simply just arriving in this space, consciously taking that moment of self-care for you. If it feels nice, you can close your eyes and just listen to the sound of my voice for a moment. And as you do so, relax all the muscles in your face, first of all. So the jaw, for example, the cheeks here, the tongue, and maybe the throat, just all that area. And you might want to even open your mouth and close it. Just do anything that feels good to really release any tension you've been holding. You might want to take your fingers to your cheeks and just sort of tap or press a little bit. Bring your hands to the throat. And breathe softly as you do this. And we have a little bit of noise here around where I am. That's okay, we just focus on our class. And then moving on to more of the top of the head and the forehead and the area between the eyebrows. Just softening that, taking a moment to send your breath there, or your fingers. They can tap the forehead and the eyebrows. And maybe the area around the ears. That can feel nice to relax. Then ever so slowly bringing your head down. So just on purpose, going super slow. So you can open your eyes now if you want. And just look down. So you're only moving your head and you're just breathing normally. But just letting your head drop completely so your back is straight, but your head is quite heavy looking down, so you really feel your neck and the top of the back, the shoulders, just sort of releasing tension here as well. And then bringing your head back up to center here, just looking right ahead. And then taking your gaze over to your right shoulder, so looking behind you, stretching that neck a little bit, still with a relaxed jaw. And then softly moving that head over to the left shoulder and looking across it. And then the head comes back to center. If you had a yoga brick or anything under you, maybe take that off now so your sitting bones are anchored into the earth. You can readjust your feet, your legs if you need. As we take a beautiful side bend really close to the floor, so right palm on the mat, feeling the connection here. And then left arm elongates all the way up to sky, looking here at the thumb. And then bending, that's an option. You can keep your arm straight, but there is an option to just bend it completely down. Breathing into this, and you want to feel the stretch here in the left side of body. So your ear is almost touching the right shoulder, close to the earth. And then in your own time, doing the same on the opposite side. Just feeling your back, feeling your shoulders as you do this, no rush. And then your gaze comes back here, just in the middle, looking at the horizon. Now for our next moves, you can have your palms just here on the thighs or on the knees or on the sides here on the floor. As we take cat-cows, but seated ones. So looking up, inhaling and arching the back a little bit. Opening the heart. And then exhaling, rounding your back like an angry cat. And dropping that head. Inhaling, looking up, opening chest. Exhale, round your back. Let your head just fall. Doing a few of these cat-cows in your own time. Synchronizing your breath and your movement. And you don't have to be super strict about how you move. You can also just really intuitively let your body go where it wants with your breaths. If you want to take really big cat-cows or very small ones. Maybe you're taking your shoulders into it. And really feeling all parts of your spine as you do this. So the upper spine, middle, and the lower one. Rolling and curving up and down. Now letting this be your last round, and when you're ready, you can come onto your back and just find a laying position there as we continue our flow today. So finding the back to floor, we're gonna have the knees bent. Space between your heels. And you really want to feel your back. So maybe you come to floor here and feel the back. Maybe you've been tired throughout your day. Maybe only now you're taking a self-care moment for you, and it feels really good to just let the gravity of the earth hold you. And this is really, really good to decompress the spine and just the lower back and let yourself relax for a moment. And again, if you had a lot of thoughts today, if you had feelings, Just kind of letting that melt away. You can feel your back of head touching the mat. I'm going to invite you here, if you want, just as you are, to roll your head. So taking just small movements with the head, looking over left and right. Just rolling your head across the shoulders. You can have your eyes closed if that feels good. Breathing softly here, nice belly breaths. And eventually smaller movements with the head. And then just head back to center when you're done. Opening the eyes here if you hadn't already opened them. And start to feel the soles of your feet. Start to feel your legs, your glutes. Maybe bringing your heels closer to your butt. So we want to have the feet hip width distance apart. And you want to be able to almost brush your heels with your fingertips. So we're preparing to come into bridge. Bridge pose is a beautiful way of activating the body, awakening yourself, and strengthening your glutes, your legs, and lower back. But I just also find it very nice to do. So, squeezing your glutes, lifting the lower back, the hips, middle back, up to sky, up to the point where it's only the shoulders on the mat. So squeezing those glutes, thighs, the knees are close together but not touching. So just really taking your time to feel into this pose and squeezing your glutes. If you haven't moved much today, they should feel quite nice. So just keeping those hips up by squeezing the glutes, not sinking into the earth, but reaching the pubic bones up to sky. Breathing here, letting the belly be soft. And then very slowly, just one vertebrae at a time, finding your floor again, finding the back to floor just on purpose, very slowly curling back down. Breathing as you do so. And then softly take your knees into chest. Letting your stomach be very soft here with the knees into chest. Feeling your back and your spine just lengthening here and finding a sense of wellness in the whole body. And we transition into happy baby. So staying as you are, just bringing the heels up to sky, still with the knees bent. Then you can lift your head slightly off the floor to come and grab your feet. So either the outside here of the feet with your hands or just the big toes. So I'm gonna have the outside of feet today. And then if you can, bringing your head back on the mat and just letting yourself naturally rock side to side here in your happy baby. And of course, take all the time you need to readjust. If something doesn't feel good, just readjust that for yourself. And breathing here. Very nice. Release your happy baby. And come and find a seated position again in the center of the mat. So, option to grab that brick again or that pillow if you want. So, finding your seated position again as we started at the beginning of the class. And I'm going to guide us through a short, relaxing meditation. Hopefully, you feel a little bit more open in your body, a little bit more decompressed and relaxed. So, for your meditation, you can have your legs crossed. If you want a little bit more connection, feel free to have your palms of hands touching your thighs. But if you want to feel a bit more free and up in the air, you can have the palms facing the sky. So relaxing your face now. Closing your eyes. And imagine a nice white light all around your body, just protecting you and giving you a lot of vitality and inspiration and wellness right now. And just seeing that light get brighter and shinier and sort of warmer in a good way, just beaming. And feeling as your heart center, your heart space connects with that. And maybe you see a different color now. I'm seeing a bit more of a pink. So just pick whatever color comes to mind for your heart space. As you open yourself up to your feminine energy, so feminine energy is all about beauty and inspiration and creativity and softness and not being so overly serious all the time and analyzing and worrying and doing. So let yourself soften into your feminine and into your heart consciousness. And as you inhale here, your belly blows out a little bit like a balloon, just softly. And as you exhale, your belly draws back in. So taking a few of those really nice breaths together with the belly. And drawing breath here. And exhale everything out. And still with your eyes closed, bring the palms of your hands together and start to rub them. Rub the palms of your hands so you feel the heat between the palms. And then when you feel that you've rubbed them enough, place them on top of your eyelids, so still with the eyes closed, hands over eyes. And then softly peel your hands away, one finger at a time. And softly open your eyes when you are ready to end the class together. Letting your heart space be open. Hopefully you enjoyed this class and you feel relaxed and well. So may you enjoy the rest of your day or evening. Just a little bit more connected to your heart and to your body and to your feminine. Thank you for your practice. I'll see you next time.